Hey guys, in this two-part video series, we uncover everything about eye contact. In this part, we talk about two things. First, the frequently asked questions that have been troubling us since childhood. Questions like, why is eye contact so important? Why do I avoid eye contact? Why do I feel awkward while making an eye contact? And things like that. And secondly, we talk about tips and strategies to maintain eye contact. Tips that work. So let's get started. Let us talk about the common questions that each of us face. First question, why is eye contact given so much importance? First reason, eye contact helps in bonding with others. Research suggests that eye contact activates the limbic mirror system, because of which the same neurons which are firing in someone else's brain also fire in your brain. So what? Because of this, the emotions and feelings that the other person experiences, you also tend to experience those feelings. For example, if someone is experiencing joy and you make eye contact with them, if you share eye contact, you also tend to feel joy and happiness. In my personal experience, whenever I've made eye contact, whenever I've maintained constant eye contact with people who are feeling either very sad or are crying, I also feel the urge of bursting into tears. So, shared eye contact leads to shared emotions, and shared emotions increases the empathy between individuals. Second reason, eye contact helps in displaying honesty. Now consider a situation. Imagine that you are late to work and your boss asks you the reason or maybe the excuse for being late to work. Now I'm pretty sure that none of us would look around all over the place and answer the question. Right? What we would do is we would maintain constant eye contact and in an apologetic and a convincing tone would try to explain the reason for being late to office. Third reason, eye contact increases the resistance towards influence and persuasion. When we maintain constant eye contact with someone who's trying to influence us, we tend to be more aware and we hence are more resistant towards influence. Fourth reason, eye contact helps to improve understanding between people. Nowadays, it's very easy to misunderstand the communication, especially when you are not physically communicating. So consider a scenario. Imagine you just bought a new dress, you wore the dress, you clicked a picture and you sent that dress through WhatsApp to another friend. And that friend responds with a message saying, "That's good." Now there are two ways in which you can look at this. Either you could say, "That's good," or you could say, "That's good." Now, depending on your perception, you would attach emotions to it. But on the other hand, if this conversation was in person, you would be able to understand in a much better way by making eye contact, by analyzing the overall gesture and the face emotions. And that is why eye contact is one of the most important features to improve understanding between individuals. Fifth reason, eye contact helps to build respect. Now imagine a situation. Imagine you're talking to a friend and this friend doesn't maintain eye contact with you. He looks all around the place. He keeps on checking the phone. Now tell me, how would you feel? You would feel irritated. You would feel as if they don't care about you. Hence, eye contact is important to give respect. It makes the other person feel special. The other person feels acknowledged and it makes them feel that you care about them. A bonus tip here is, whenever someone does this to you, just stop the conversation. Wait for them to resume eye contact with you and then start the conversation again. It's like demanding the respect that you deserve. Now let's talk about the second question. Why do we avoid eye contact? The first reason could be you're shy. The second reason could be you lack confidence, you lack self-esteem. And that is why you might not consider yourself equal to the other person and hence you don't make eye contact. The third reason could be you've never had a chance to practice social interaction. What I mean is, if you're the kind of person who likes to sit around the house and not go out for majority of the time, and then you are picked up from this situation and you are put in a situation which is surrounded by people, an occasion like a wedding, what would you do? Obviously, you would not go on making eye contact, right? You would choose a comfortable soft corner, you would have your food and then you just wait for the occasion to get over, right? Third question, why do we feel awkward when making eye contact? The first reason could be social anxiety. Some people genuinely have trouble talking to new people meeting new people or to be around new people. The second reason could be you are intimidated by the person. So I would share my personal experience. In the past, when I used to talk with very tall people, people who are way taller than me, I would feel intimidated, I would feel scared, because of which I would not make eye contact. Third reason could be you just don't know what to say in that situation. So imagine a situation. Imagine you've gone to a party and the party organizer is about to introduce you and a guest. But at that very moment, the party organizer had to leave the conversation. And you and the guest are left hanging, not knowing what to say, and hence you will avoid eye contact to avoid the awkward silence. You would pray that someone who you know comes, starts talking to you and takes you away from that situation, right? The final question, what happens if we make too much eye contact? There is a common misconception which says that more the eye contact, better it is. But that's wrong. We have to maintain balance in eye contact just like we do in other aspects of life. Usually, you would observe people doing over eye contact in a situation where they're about to have a physical altercation or physical fight, or when they're sizing each other up. You know, you've seen those kickboxing matches. So they introduce the fighters and they keep staring each other like this. These are the special situations in which you would observe people doing over eye contact, but it is suggested that you do not do it in your daily life. Then the next question comes. How much eye contact is normal? This brings us to the next section, which is tips and strategies to maintain eye contact. First tip, make eye contact even before you start talking. Let's try to understand how this is useful. First scenario, consider that you are making eye contact and you are talking at the same time. Now in this situation, you have to process two things at the same time. You have to ensure that you are maintaining eye contact. You also have to focus on what you are going to say. You have to focus on your thoughts. On the other side, if you first maintain eye contact and then you start talking, things become much more easier. Second tip, hold your gaze for at least 3 to 5 seconds at a time. Once you initiate eye contact, try to hold your attention, try to hold that eye contact for about 3 to 5 seconds. And when you have to break eye contact, look at the side or look up. Do not look down. Third tip, use the 50-70 rule. This says that when you are talking, maintain eye contact for about 50 to 60% of the time. But when you are listening, maintain eye contact for about 70 to 80% of the time. Next tip, when you have to break eye contact, look away very slowly. You can even add a head nod to it like this. This shows that you are actually giving a thought on what the other person said. Now, if you look away very fast, it might come off as either you're impatient, you're timid, or even it might happen that you're intimidated. It might show that you're intimidated. Last tip, use the inverted triangle technique. Now, people who tend to have issues maintaining eye contact for a longer period of time can use this technique. What this technique says is you create an inverted triangle between your eyes and your nose, and you shift your gaze from one eye to the other to your nose and so on. In fact, this zone is called the social zone. The zone above is called the power gaze and the zone below is called the intimate zone. We will talk about this in some other video, but remember this inverted triangle space where you can constantly maintain eye contact. Please note that these are general guidelines, but they might change from one situation to another. They might change from one person to another. And because of which, the next video is going to talk about how to fine-tune these rules when it comes to different situations or people, and techniques to practice eye contact in a natural manner. There is something called as exposure theory, which we'll talk about in the next video, so stay tuned. We've now come to the end of the video. I hope you found this video helpful and you enjoyed it. If you did, please consider liking this video, sharing this video, support us by subscribing the channel, and don't forget to press the bell icon. Thank you.